Hey, what's up everyone? Got Naze board for my quadcopter, and I'm gonna teach you step by step how to configure it, how to adjust it for the PID tunings, accelerometers, ESCs, everything. Let's hop in. Alright, we are in the Cleanflight GUI. So this is Cleanflight running on the Chrome's app extension. So I'm gonna go from the beginning, how you're gonna set it up. I'm gonna change all these values, configure PID tuning, receiver modes, this means all of them. And here's my quad. I have got this Naze board hopped inside my quad, and you can see it's running through the USB port plugged into my laptop. The battery is plugged in. Currently no props are there. I stress it one more time, no props on the motors, or else you're gonna hurt yourself very badly. That's it. Let's jump to the software, how you're gonna configure the board. So first things first, you have to go to the Google Chrome, a new tab, and go to the apps section. I have this Cleanflight installed on my app, so you have to go to the web store, search for Cleanflight, and you will be given this option, configure at cleanflight.com. Just click to add to Chrome and it will be installed here. Now one thing to keep in mind, the version they are giving is 2.0 and above. So if your board is rev 6 and if your Naze board is less than the configurator's version upgrade, go for the version 1.2.4. you can download it from this link I'll put in description. So this guy, thanks to the flight test, this guy has given the Cleanflight's official website. You can go there, or you can just go to YouTube and just type Cleanflight old version. And this is the link you have to install, this one, rchelp.com, and you just go there, check the description, and you can download the 1.2.4, this one. So after you download it, you will be given on the apps this thing, click it in, you'll be given this window, maximize it. So now my quad is connected. I'm going to disconnect it from here. Okay, so once you plug that quad, just click on connect, and your quad is connected, and you can see this nice GUI where the quad is actually the leveling thing. So when you move your quad, the accelerometer is actually acting on the screen. So you move it up, you move it down, you move it left, you move it tilted left, tilted forward, tilted. So that's how the accelerometer works, thanks to the developer who has made this. Okay, so first thing what you can see is calibrate accelerometer, which is very important before you can go for a real flight outside. So we need a level surface, a flat level surface where the quad is actually leveled flat. So right now it is in my bed, so I don't think it's leveled, so it should be somewhat there. So it should be like somewhat like this. So do that on your tabletop and click on calibrate accelerometer, and you'll be done in few seconds. Okay, next one is the configuration tab. Just click in there. You have to go to this one, so ESC or motor features. You can switch this on if you want, do not spin motors when armed, or you can switch it off. I prefer switching it off. The reason behind is I can understand that my quad is active. Next is one-shot ESC support. I don't need that. Disarm motors regardless of throttle value. Well, I don't, it was on by default, so don't worry about that. Minimum throttle 1070. That's efficient for me because I can see a little bit of spinning, so that's minimum for me. You can choose whatever you want, but don't choose more than 1500. it's gonna be risky. Maximum throttle is 2000, that's by default 2000, and minimum command should be 1000. Don't change that. Okay, move down and you'll be able to see some GPS telemetry, which I don't have now. You can be able to see current sensors, battery current monitoring, and all that. Okay, so next we'll go to the PID tuning. Okay, let me go to the receiver first and show you. So what a receiver will give you the roll, pitch, yaw, throttle, aux 1 2 3 4. So right now my receiver is FlySky. So FlySky receivers are the default receivers, so you have to just choose the default one from here, and you'll be given this window, and you have to just check which each of this throttle, roll, pitch, yaw is working or not. Okay, so I'll just turn on my receiver. Okay, so now if I move my throttle stick, it goes up. If I move it down, it goes down. If I move my yaw, it goes I. If I move yaw to the left, it goes away. Roll and pitch. That's it. Okay, so I'll just turn it off now. Alright, so next we have to check this thing. So what is RC rate and RC expo? Well, RC rate and RC expo is like when you're doing an acro. So basically I prefer it to keep it by default as it is. I don't know how it will respond to my outside environment, but well, you can play with these settings, but don't trigger too much, otherwise the quad is gonna be very reactive. Next comes the modes. This is the interesting part, the arm section. So you can arm your quad with the auxiliary switch 1 and 2. So 2 is for angle. You can add a horizon. You can arm it with that. So once you move your toggle switch, it goes a slider to the from 1000 to 2100, or you prefer to 2000. So 2000 is the maximum range that your transmitter can reach, so you can just set your values as per that. Okay, a horizon, you can choose it for leveling your quad, so you can add a range, and you can add your auxiliary 3 here, and in that way your quad will be leveled perfectly to the air and self-leveling. That's the switch for the self-leveling. Once you do everything, you just click save. Don't forget to click save, otherwise your quad won't be. You hear the beep? Yeah, that's when you save it, your quad responds to it. Okay, next is your power and battery. Okay, I prefer to keep it to 110 scale, and divider value is 10, so that's by default. Go down and your battery is connected. Yes, minimum cell voltage is 4.2, so that will be preferable. Warning cell voltage is 3.2, and battery capacity is 124. Okay, so you can save it. When you go to motors, be very careful when you're doing this, because you don't have to have your props on. I repeat, no props on your quads. Okay, now when you go to the master switch, you should be able to hear the beeps. So when your master switch is on, your quads will able to be take the response, and all the 4 motors will run at the same time. That's how it does. So be very careful while doing this. You're calibrating your motors with that. So if you can check with one of your motors when you're doing it, and it should run. So yeah, and when you click I understand the risks, means it says that your no propellers are removed, and that's how you do it. So you configure all the motors, clock, anti-clock. So 1 for a clockwise, 2 and 3 is anti-clockwise. You configure that, hit save and reboot. That's basically what you do with your Cleanflight basic configurations. If you want to go to the CLI, and you can just do whatever you want here, you can just make some new tweaks if you want, but don't forget to save and reboot after you do it. So that's basically it. So if that beep is coming because my transmitter is off, I'll just turn it on. Okay.